Hi everybody, I'm going to go over how to use Disney Genie Plus on your Walt Disney World app. Once you're logged into your app, go to the bottom right hand corner where the three little lines are and click the lines. It's going to bring you to this screen. The first thing you're going to click on in the top right hand corner is My Genie Day. Now, there are three services included with Genie. There are the free Disney Genie, there's Disney Genie Plus, and then there's individual lightning lanes. I'm going to touch on all three of those very briefly to kind of explain how you would utilize it on the Disney app. If you have not already purchased Disney Genie Plus, which is the Fast Pass selections on your entire Disney package, you can add those on an individual day level. Where it is purple right here is where you would click if you wanted to purchase it for one day only. So say that you're staying a week at Disney, but you didn't want Disney Genie Plus for every day of your stay. Maybe you wanted it just for Magic Kingdom. On your Magic Kingdom day, this is where you will click to purchase your Genie Plus for that day. You'll click that. It'll explain all about Disney Genie Plus, $15 per person. Guests may make their first selections as early as 7 a.m. on the day of your visit as a resort guest. Click on Disney Genie Plus service. It will ask you to confirm everybody in your party that will be going to the parks with you that day. You do also have to have a valid park admission to be able to purchase this. You also will see that it is for today, March 2nd. Now, if I was to purchase this at 12:01 a.m. tonight for March 3rd, it would let me go ahead and do that. Or I can purchase it before 7 a.m. on March 3rd to be valid for my day. Now I'm going to talk about what is the free Genie that comes with your stay already. You're going to click on Get Started Now. This is just a way to make your experience even more magical. Basically, what Genie is going to do is tell you different things about your day based off of your party size. It's going to ask you to select everybody in your party that's going to the parks on that day. It's going to help figure out what kind of rides interest you and your family. What is something that you guys would like to ride? It will show you how tall you have to be to ride them. You can go through and make your selections, like maybe you're interested in Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, different rides. You can select different dining offers. Maybe you didn't get that Be Our Guest reservation, but you wanted to see if a walk-up line is going to be available. It will populate all of these things for you. It will tell you a good time that if you wanted to go to the Friar's Nook and get some tater tots, it will give all of this information and populate throughout the day for you. Click Continue. You can choose different interests, things that you're interested in. Maybe you're interested in Disney princesses, but you're not interested in Disney villains. Maybe you're interested in Mickey and Friends, but maybe not some pirates. This is all the things that it's going to take into account to build your perfect day at Disney. Click Continue. Your display preferences, I always suggest put your height requirements on, especially if you have little ones, so you can see how tall they have to be to ride certain rides. You're going to click on View My Day. Now, it's going to create your best Disney Genie day. Once you're on property at the parks, instead of it looking like this, it is actually going to show you what time it thinks you should ride Big Thunder Mountain, what time should you go to Buzz Lightyear Space, based off of your party size and how the parks are running for the day. You can also click on the ride. It will tell you a forecasted wait time. For today, it looks like it's a little heavy between 3 to 5, but around 7 o'clock tonight, that ride time is going to dip off. You can also scroll down to see how tall they have to be, find it on the map, or you can also click Get Directions. This is a really cool tool. It will actually pick up your location inside of the park and tell you exactly how to walk to get to this specific ride where you are currently. So it's a good way to be able to find what you're looking for without getting lost. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to Tipboard. Tipboard is really going to come into play for those of you that have purchased Genie Plus or going to utilize individual Lightning Lane attractions. Now, what that means is individual Lightning Lanes are an additional service that is not included in Disney Genie Plus. For example, at Magic Kingdom, typically Space Mountain and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train are your two rides that are not included. They cost $7 to $15 per person to skip the lines for this ride. As you can see, it says individual Lightning Lane. Now, it does say not currently offered right now. That just means that it's already sold out for today. However, due to peak seasons right now, Space Mountain is now included with your Disney Genie Plus service. This is not always going to be like this. However, temporarily it is. So at 7 a.m., you can make your first ride selection. So let's pretend it's 7 a.m. Say this said 8:40 a.m. That is what I would want to go ahead and book for the day, because once I get to Magic Kingdom and I scan in for Space Mountain, once I've scanned through the queue, then I can make my next FastPass selection. Now, say that you book something and your next one, you booked your first one for 8:40 a.m., but your next one is not available until 10:30 a.m. What are you going to do in that time frame? That's when we're going to suggest that you do some filler attractions, maybe rides that have lower wait times, or some character sightings, or some cavalcades, or maybe getting a quick bite to eat, but so you're not sitting and waiting from ride to ride to ride. Now, if you were going to book this, you would click on Book Experience. You would select who all would be eligible. Since I'm not currently there right now, it will not let me purchase anything, and because I do not have Genie Plus for today. If you did, though, it would let you go ahead and go through the process. Now, it is one of those things that the ride time, once you click in, it may give you a better ride time. So just because it says 10:30 a.m., when you go in and click on it, it might actually repopulate and say, oh, we actually have one for 9:45 a.m. So just keep that in mind when you're going through to book your individual Genie Pluses. Now, you can only run a Genie Plus one at a time. So you can't have an 8:40, a 9:40, a 10:40. They have to be done one at a time. So once you have scanned in at that 8:40 Genie Plus, you can make your next one. However, the one caveat are individual Lightning Lane attractions, such as Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Avatar, Rise of Resistance, Remy's Ratatouille ride. These rides can be purchased at the same time, so you could have an 8:40 a.m. Space Mountain, a 9:40 a.m. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. You can have those two booked at the same time on your itinerary. Now, for all of you park hoppers, if you're going to be park hopping, your Genie Plus does go with you. You can click on Change Park. We're going to go to Epcot next. You can go through and start making Genie Pluses for Epcot. Once again, as long as they're one at a time. You can also see on here the standby line is for 85 minutes for Frozen Ever After. You can also look at different shows. I don't suggest using your Genie Plus for a show. I would actually use that for a ride and maybe use a show as a filler attraction. But you kind of get the idea of it. I hope this helps you guys.